Have you ever wondered how faith can bring healing and restoration to your life? Is it possible that the power of God's love can restore us from our deepest wounds? Faith is a powerful force in the Catholic Church. It is through faith that we come to know God, and it is through faith that we find healing and restoration in our lives. Whether we are facing physical, emotional, or spiritual pain, our faith in God can bring us the comfort and healing we so desperately need. The Catechism of the Catholic Church teaches that faith is both a gift from God and a response from us. It is the way we open our hearts to God's grace, allowing Him to work in our lives. In Matthew 17 verse 20, Jesus says, "If you have faith as small as a mustard seed, you can say to this mountain, 'Move from here to there,' and it will move. Nothing will be impossible for you." This powerful statement shows us that even the smallest amount of faith has the power to bring about miracles. But what does faith in God really mean when it comes to healing? Faith means trusting in God's plan for our lives, even when we don't understand why we are suffering. It means surrendering our fears and anxieties to Him, knowing that He is always with us. In Mark 5 verse 34, Jesus tells a woman who had been suffering for 12 years, "Daughter, your faith has healed you. Go in peace and be freed from your suffering." This passage reminds us that it is through faith that healing comes. Our faith in God opens the door for His healing grace to flow into our lives. Faith also allows us to experience restoration. Restoration is not just about physical healing, but about the restoration of our entire being, our body, mind, and soul. In Psalm 23 verse 3, we read, "He restores my soul." When we are broken, weary, or lost, God can restore us, bringing us back to wholeness. Restoration is a process that happens as we place our trust in God's love and surrender to His will. In the New Testament, we see countless examples of Jesus healing the sick and restoring those who were suffering. From the blind man who regained his sight to the paralyzed man who walked again, Jesus showed that faith has the power to heal. But these healings were not just about physical restoration, they were about spiritual renewal. Jesus often said to those He healed, "Your faith has saved you," Luke 7 verse 50. This shows us that faith is not just a means for physical recovery, but a way for us to be spiritually restored and reconciled with God. The sacrament of the anointing of the sick in the Catholic Church is another powerful way through which faith brings healing. When a person is seriously ill, the Church encourages the faithful to seek this sacrament. Through the laying on of hands and the anointing with oil, the Church prays for God's healing power to restore the person's health, both physically and spiritually. This sacrament is a beautiful reminder of how our faith in God can bring about His healing and restoration. Finally, faith in God does not always mean that we will be healed in the way we expect or in the timing we desire. Sometimes, God's healing is not immediate, but we trust that His plan for us is always good. We can find peace and comfort in knowing that God is always at work in our lives, even in the midst of our suffering. In conclusion, faith plays a central role in healing and restoration. It is through faith that we open ourselves to God's grace, allowing Him to heal our wounds and restore us to wholeness. Let us place our trust in God, knowing that with Him, all things are possible. As we journey through life, let us hold fast to our faith, allowing it to guide us through the difficult times and lead us into the peace and healing that only God can provide.